flood you big river, and I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I met her accidentally, St. Paul, Minnesota. She tore me up every time I heard her draw that southern drawl. Well, I heard my dream, went back down street, bored in Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called. Well, I talked that weeping willow, had to cry, cry, cry. Taught the clouds how to cover of a clear blue sky. The tears I cried for that woman gone, flood you big river, I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
Cut my teeth on Europe 72. At the time I had like a 125 motorbike, and I would go out to go to the skate park and I'd listen to Europe 72 like every single time. Go on my bike, put my headphones in, and Europe 72 every time. And then from there, just being like, well, I want more of this. And listening to the studio's albums and being like, this is so radically different from what's on Europe, and then finding the live stuff, and it's just like a never-ending well, isn't it? It's just shows on shows. You know, I have a lot of friends who are like, you know, I just listen to them on Spotify and stuff, and I'm like, no, there's so much more. So I've got like quite an obsessive back catalogue of shows, and it just, you never run out, do you?
I just became a part of it. I realised I'd found something that would take me places I'd never been before. And that feeling when I play that original Anthem of the Sun Alligator version, I've still got my original vinyl, it still does the same thing. The emotions, the hair standing on end, and that's like 54, 56 years ago. It's incredible how a piece of music can hold you for that amount of time.
Well, she took me down to St. Louis, later on down the river. Trader said she's been here, boy, she's gone, she's gone. Well, I found a trail in Memphis, and it just walked up the bluff. Raised a few eyebrows and she went on down the blow. Well, I taught that weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. Taught the clouds how to cover of a clear blue sky. The tears I cried for that woman gonna flood you big river, I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
Late night, Channel 4, they'd play any old rubbish. One night the Touch of Grey video came on, so I saw that and thought, I like that. Bought the single the following day, bought the album as soon as it came out.
In spring 1970, a good friend turned me on to Live Dead, and that was such a wonderful and novel experience. And that sort of set me on the band, and of course the rest of that album too. And I guess the next big step, apart from playing all their albums with great regularity, was the Europe 72 tour.
About a month or two after I bought the album, I saw an advert in my local music studio, rehearsal studio, that said, we're a band that plays everything from the Beatles to the Grateful Dead. And I thought, I know the Beatles, I know the Grateful Dead now. Phoned them up, and then I found out the Beatles songs were Dear Prudence, and that was it. And everything else was Grateful Dead, so I joined the Grateful Dead tribute. I remember Bob picked me up in his car to go to the first rehearsal, and he had the tapes playing in the car, and I was very nervous. Oh, bootleg tapes, how did you get those? And I was hooked straight away. He gave me a bunch of tapes, and I was hooked straight away.
And I went to 4 of the gigs on the Europe 72 tour, the second Wembley gig, Bickershaw, the last 2 Lyceums. And if any confirmation was needed, that certainly did it. I mean, they were just the musicianship, the sound, the vibe, their behaviour on stage. It wasn't like you were going to see a concert. They were just like guys on stage who were playing music. It was just completely different from anything I'd seen before. That did it for me. And since then, I've followed the band and at various points, tried to play their music.